Hello, my name is Jackson Bell. I'm a senior at Sherwood High School. I'm attending Boise State University in the fall to get my bachelor's degree in construction management.
What made you want to have this internship experience with the YMCA?
Yeah, when Liz Barrett, the Career Center director here at Sherwood High School, as well as my business teacher, Mr. Johnson, they showed me this opportunity. And then I got in contact with David Parker, the previous executive director here. And we set up an interview and then kind of just got started after that. And I was super inspired by the YMCA, and I wanted to learn all about what the impact they make on the community, and it was extremely valuable.
What did you get out of this experience for you?
Really just the solidification and confidence to enter college as well as into the workforce. I think that this internship gave me skills that will directly translate into my future as well as into college. And so I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity and everyone at the YMCA for helping me.
And the Y being an impact service-driven organization, how did you and the Y, through your experience, kind of live those values?
Yeah, the YMCA, I got to make my own basketball camp, which stood very well with the YMCA core values, as well as work on a capital project and athletic training facility that was also up to Y values. And I just was extremely glad I was able to use both my passion in construction and athletics to make something real life happen.
And how will this experience help you in your future college and career goals?
Yeah, I learned budgeting, financial reporting, marketing, program implementation, all of these skills, mainly looking back at my communication skills and leadership and meetings and working with different groups of people and individuals will extremely help me in my career, and being a project manager. Managing money and managing people are two things that I learned at the Y that I will use in my future.
Would you recommend this experience? The kind of cool thing about a Y is that we can do this at Sherwood High School. We can make that experience real, but the beauty is we can also scale it. We can put that at Beaverton, we can put it in North Portland, all these different spaces. Would you recommend this experience to other high schoolers?
Absolutely. I would tell every high school student that if they have this opportunity, they should absolutely go after it and take it, because I ended up gaining so much more value and skills than I thought I would, and so many relationships and connections that I built from this will be extremely beneficial for me.
Crushing it all day long. Woo! All right, we'll let you go, my friend. Good
all right,
work.
cool.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for taking the time to come watch and support my experience with the YMCA 10-week high school internship program. Over the next 15 minutes, I'll walk you through my journey, including weekly takeaways, key experiences, and how this internship is shaping my future. But first, my name is Jackson Bell. I'm a senior here at Sherwood High School, where I play football and baseball. Also did 2 years of golf. And then in the fall, I'm attending Boise State University to get my bachelor's degree in construction management. Here is a quick overview of what I'll be covering today. I'll start with my overall experience, and then I'll walk you through my week-by-week development, share details about a capital project I worked on, and explain how this internship connects to my future goals. I'll also mention other internship opportunities I discovered, and then if you have any questions or comments, please save them to the end. I'd love to have like open Q&A. All right, so we're all here today because Sherwood High School and the YMCA collaborated to create a 10-week high school internship program. I heard about this experience through the Career Center with Liz Barrett showing me this opportunity, and then Mr. Johnson, my business teacher, explaining how this would benefit my future. I've been a part of this experience from March until today, and I've gone to the YMCA every day during second period for 1 hour. This internship has helped me grow professionally and personally. I developed stronger teamwork skills and got comfortable working with different groups of people. I improved my time management and took real responsibility for my tasks. My communication skills got sharper, and I had many opportunities to step into leadership roles. Most importantly, I left with more confidence and a clear direction for my career and academic future. So in week 1, I was introduced to the YMCA's mission and core values: love, respect, honest, responsibility, service. These weren't just words. They were reflected in every part of the organization. I met multiple staff members across different departments, learned how each role contributes to the bigger picture. I also got a detailed look at the organizational structure, which helped me understand how decisions are made and how teams collaborate. In week 2, we reviewed real YMCA financial reports and discussed how to interpret them. I learned how every dollar is tracked and justified, and how each program maintains its own budget. I also worked on a sample budget, practicing how to allocate resources effectively and responsibly. This is what I worked on with my basketball camp that I'll talk a little bit more later. Week 3, we identified target audiences for YMCA programs and designed outreach strategies. I created marketing materials using tools like Canva and learned to keep branding consistent while crafting messages that connect emotionally and clearly. We also discussed how digital and print marketing play different roles. This right here is a basketball camp flyer that I made with Canva using YMCA brand standards. Then in weeks 4 and 5, we conducted a needs assessment using surveys and informal interviews. Based on that, I helped plan a wellness initiative that included creating a resource list and an implementation schedule. We adjusted our plans based on member feedback, which taught me the importance of being flexible and responsive. Then in week 6, I explored different leadership styles and reflected on how I lead. I practiced leading short meetings and giving small directions to small teams. I developed a personal leadership statement: lead with empathy, speak with clarity, and act with consistency. In week 7, we studied how nonprofits use grant writing and community fundraising to support their programs. I worked on a small campaign concept and learned how storytelling helps build emotional connections with donors. We also discussed how donor stewardship and how to maintain those relationships. Week 8, we looked at how the YMCA partners with schools and other organizations. I helped create a volunteer recruitment strategy and developed a plan for onboarding new members. This week taught me the power of community relationships in driving long-term success at the Y. Then in weeks 9 and 10, I reviewed everything I learned and reflected on how far I'd come. I gave feedback on how the internship could improve and prepared for this final presentation. It was a chance to put everything together and recognize the growth that I'd experienced. Okay. All right, now let's get into the fun stuff. Using both my passions for construction and athletics, I was able to create an athletic training facility that aligns with the values of the YMCA. This right here is currently a space not being used at the YMCA for no programs or anything. It is underutilized, and I felt like there was an opportunity to really create something out of this. So this is my capital project overview. The total budget for my athletic training facility is $120,000, most of that being in construction, new flooring, lighting, plumbing, walls, 4 squat racks, new weights, rehab, recovery tools, performance tracking, a whole Wi-Fi and sound system, and then certifications programming, and then I added $10,000 for contingency or unexpected cost. And then there are many ways to fund for a capital project like this at the YMCA. Some different sources are internal funds, community giving, businesses sponsoring, grants and foundations, all stuff that I learned, and every week during the Y I got to apply into this capital project. Then here's some, so we're mainly targeting small group trainings from 4 to 10 middle to high school age students. Mainly going at that like the teams such as sports like golf or volleyball that might not get the opportunity to use the weight room here at Sherwood High School, whether that's taken up or it's on a weekend. They at least have this space at the Y that they can come use. And then mainly pointing at the injury prevention when student athletes tear their ACL or break a bone. They can come to the Y, get the treatment and what they need to get back playing their sport. I think that's extremely valuable to the Y, to the community, and everyone around. Some benefits, more member services, a whole nother area for staff and members to use at the Y. Then improved athletic performance for everyone at the YMCA, and then more community engagement with the Y and Sherwood High School coming together. All right, so coming into this internship, I didn't really know what to expect. I went to Liz, showed me the piece of paper that had it all, and then I went Mr. Johnson, and they were just just go for it, do it. There's not many opportunities like this you get at Sherwood High School, so I was like, all right. I knew it would help build my resume, and then I'd get some basic work experience from it. So decided to take it, but it actually gained a lot of skills that are directly benefiting me in my future. First one being interview skills. When the previous director that isn't here today because he got a job in Chicago, David Parker, he interviewed me with Liz Barrett, and I got tons of feedback from that. It was the first time I got interviewed ever, and then it's still the only time I've been interviewed. But I was able to really get that feedback and understand what I did right and wrong just from that interview process. Then I got full insights into nonprofits and the YMCA before I had no idea what the Y was. I had been there 4 times. And then I really came out just understanding what the Y stands for, how it really impacts the whole community of Sherwood, and really what the Y stands for. And then budgeting for real programs. I was able to, in school, you don't always get to be a part of something that's real. You work on different assignments in class that you wish were actually happening, but they're not. And so at the Y, it was really special, working on the basketball camp that was legitimately, we could turn into a real camp, July 20th if we wanted to. And then the whole athletic training facility that if they use my feedback and their own thoughts, that can actually turn into a space that happens. So leadership, and this goes with communication. I was able to be a part of multiple different leadership meetings at the Y. I got to start off by leading questions and really just engage in adult conversations with 6 to 10 different people in a room. That was extremely valuable, that I will use in my career. And then halfway through the internship, I got the opportunity to go do a job shadow at Skanska Construction. I got to sit behind a project manager who was doing my exact job that I want to do after college. And so it was really cool. I got to sit behind him, and I immediately saw all the skills that I was doing at the Y were directly translating into that job. And it was just really cool to see that in person, sitting behind, watching him budget for Beaverton High School, and seeing how just all of the managing people and the managing money that I got to do at the Y and how that translated into that career field. So here's some other, obviously I sound extremely passionate about this because I think that this internship helped me way more than I thought, and extremely well and valuable for me. And so I want this to be an opportunity for other students here at Sherwood High School. I know we've been trying, and it takes a lot of time and effort to get these internships set up and ready, but there's plenty of opportunities through retail, trades, kids going. There's just local businesses that are super interested, and I think that the student would benefit, the business would benefit, and Sherwood High School. So I just highly encourage that to be a talking point. And then I just want to say a last thank you to all the YMCA directors who worked with me every single day during trimester 3, which is Casey and Ben, who are here today, and then Martin, as well as Melody, who runs the food bank at the Y. She was super helpful and worked with me. And then Liz and Johnson for giving me this opportunity. I'm extremely grateful, and there's no other way I would have finished my senior year. So thank you. Any questions? Let's start. Someone just raise their hand and ask a question.
What's the approximate square footage of that space?
That's a good question that I was actually going to ask Martin yesterday. Yeah. Do you know it?
It's about...
It's not very big. It's very small, but it's enough to do under 10 people in a room and get the training that you need done. I mean, Any other questions?
Is that an
Yeah.
additional charge to members then if they come in and they're
No.
having like, it's not?
No, it's part of the membership.
Oh,
Just increases the value of the membership.
What was your biggest challenge in the internship?
Honestly, probably just prepping for this presentation and doing this. I mean, I thought this was something that like I've never really done I've presented to a class and done 5 slides, but never 22 slides in 15 minutes. So that was definitely the most challenging part.
What's one like word of wisdom or advice you would give to a SHS student who would do an internship like this?
Really just like soak it all in. I think that I showed up every single day with the idea and mindset of I'm just gonna learn and understand as much as I possibly can, and whatever I get out of it will be beneficial for me. And so I think that is the best way to go about it.
For future students, what is something that you would tell them, because this is the end of your senior year? So what is a recruitment tool that we can as a school use, if it's a statement, a comment, to help recruit other students, and why this is valuable for them, especially as they're tailoring off?
Yeah, I mean, I would say this was, I would say the confidence it gave me for college and my career is what I really needed. I didn't know for sure if I wanted to go into construction, project manager, like that career field. And this just really solidified that like, that's what I want to do. I saw what I got to learn from this, and the job shadow and seeing those connect really just sparked like, that's exactly what I want to do. So, yeah.
What aspects of that part when you went and did the job shadow, and I can see you just beaming on that. What excites you about that, as thinking about that as a career? What are some things in that you're excited about?
Yeah, I just really I've always found construction in general super interesting. And then I have a ton of different connections between my dad and my mom's boyfriend, and just like those connections really pushed me into that industry. And I think that that career is just something that I find super interested in and want to do. So yeah. Yes.
So trimester 3, from day 1 until today, what's something in the internship that you changed your mind about?
That's a good one. Changed my mind.
It could be small or large.
Yeah, I would say the whole time I was just really shocked. I didn't expect this to be this organized. Like, as you can see on the paper, no, it was crazy. Like, I showed up every single day, and they had exactly what I was gonna do, who I was gonna work with. And it was like, that's pretty impressive. Like, that a business and or organization can do that. Like, I was kind of expecting to come in like, all right, today you're gonna be doing this. It was exact, there was a plan for everything. And so that's what I really appreciated about the Y. Yeah, Casey.
Something that I was curious about going into it was, it's one subject each week. You got 5 different days, 5 different perspectives, 5 different people, 5 different leadership styles. How did that feel week to week for you, and what were you able to gain from that kind of like just wealth of experience that's around you? Were there specific things that you know you'll walk away with going through this, or leadership styles, or things you took away from each person? What does that feel like?
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool just seeing like all the different perspectives of everyone, all the directors at the Y. Like, you're very different than Martin, and Martin's very different than Melody and Ben. And so it was cool seeing that, and just understanding, yeah, like my leadership skills improved drastically. Sports helped in a different aspect of leadership than I would say this internship did. And so that was really just beneficial to see.
The timing of it all was you were there for basically a class period per day.
Second period every single day, yeah.
And was that how you would want it in the future? If you were to have another student follow in your footsteps, would you make any changes to that?
No, I mean, the only change I would make is I think it'd be incredible if like a student could start this sophomore or junior year and then just continue and roll it on into senior year. I think that would be, like, I learned so much in 10 weeks. I can't even imagine what someone could learn in 20, 30, 40 weeks. I think that would be extremely, extremely beneficial, so. Anything else? All right. I think we're good. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.